Yo, ladies, gentlemen, fellas, what's up? $1 million Rooskies up top. I didn't even know there was a millionaire maker tonight until I think later. I made this video Saturday for this slate. I think it was like early this morning afternoon. So it was a millionaire maker. I got some promotion from Draftkings in the email. So yeah, $1 million to first. Whole lot of dollar Rooskies. There's big contests everywhere. I think Super Draft has like a $2,500 and a $3,000 and a $1,000 contest right now. They're like 50% fill. So I don't think they're going to fill. They usually don't. They'll get to maybe like 70, 80%. But what's going on? A lot of questions I already see coming in. I did crunches for not 20 max, 150 lineups, 300 lineups to kind of just see what the next 150 would be to kind of filter out what the top ones look like. But welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, all that type of stuff. I think a lot of people, anytime there's a millionaire maker on these, normally it's like the Thursday night opening slate, and then that's about it. Maybe once in a while you'll get one like week 2 of the season. But this one is obviously huge. They knew the promotion. They set this thing up really early, like 2-3 days earlier than they usually do. So I assume it's going to get pretty close to filling. Somebody says, have you tried flash drafts? Yeah, so what's up? I haven't tried the flash drafts, anything like that. But we're going to cover this probably about 45 minutes, somewhere around there. We'll see what happens. If it's popping off, we'll go a little bit longer. But bring in any questions that you have. I have my exposures up over here. I have my projections. All that stuff's on Patreon for not just the Showdown slates, but everything. The main slates, basketball, golf right now, 2 projections, rankings. But yeah, main stuff's here. We got it, projections for all these players. Captain exposure, I try to limit a lot of things, and we'll go from there. I see a lot of people throwing some stuff in the comments. So I'm going to get to those, but the video right now is sponsored by Super Draft. So, Super Draft, if you're not familiar, it's not salary cap. No, nothing like that. It's multiplier format. So, for example, tonight, multiplier, Lamar Jackson, best player in the slate, he gets 1 times his points. So, 1x multiplier, 1 times your points. But some other guys on here that are popping off right now, Clyde Edwards-Helaire looks like the top Super Draft player, at least for me. His multiplier is 1.9 points. So he gets 90% times his points. So I have him for 31 points, which is right now about 2 points higher than anybody else on the slate. If you use the promo code SAL, that's my name, SAL, pretty simple, you get 50% deposit match up to $1,000 Rooskies. They do a slow drip format to return that, which means that if you play a certain amount of entries into it, like $100, you get a percentage back. But since there's no rake, you pretty much just get extra money back. Rake means how much money is going to be spent over that the company has to put into the contest. So you can check it out. Promo code SAL linked down below for Super Draft. So a lot of questions in here. We're going to get to all of them. The interest that you see on the screen in the column, Y and N. Yes. Y means yes. X is just a maybe that I have exposure. Anything that has a no by it, I don't have any ownership towards them, or I have like one lineup with them. The most part, the rest I do. Like if it's a yes, they're probably some of my highest owned players in the utility spot. And we're going to get into it right now. Somebody says I switched all of my Connors for JT. Not great. Season-long main league, whatever it might have been. Alrighty, so Edits donates $2 to Super Chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. He says, what's up? Over under Mark Andrews, 17 fantasy points tonight, PPR. Yeah, so right now I have Mark Andrews for under that. I have him at 13.4 points median. Obviously, that's about a 50% median outcome on like 1,000 simulations of that. So yeah, I have him below that. It's a sneaky tougher matchup for all the pass catchers on Baltimore. Like the secondary for the past 10 games on the Chiefs has been the best that it's been in arguably the past decade, and that's with Breeland being like suspended and out, who was very good for them last year. It's Fenton, and it's a good amount of right now Ward as well, playing very well. And then obviously you have Tyra Matthew, who's been playing safety for most of his career, but he's moving into the slot cornerback at times as well. Sal, no interest in Snead right now. Yeah, no, not much is popping up. So I have Snead projected for like 4 fantasy points. He's always a threat in the slot to find the end zone, but they're putting Devin Duvernay, not as much the rookie, in the slot, but he is playing some. But yeah, right now Snead, not getting any of my exposures. I have ownership to 6 wide receivers. Basically, most of it's going to 5 wide receivers. Snead's not one of them. I think he's just overpriced. Like, relative to some other guys on the slate right now, they're putting Snead at $4,400. It's above DeMarcus Robinson, who I see them as pretty similar plays on the slate in terms of a projection. It's above Miles Boykin on his own team, who is playing much more than he is. So, yeah, I can't get there much at all. I don't like Snead at all. Yeah, I agree. He'll probably score 2 tutties tonight. Yo, Sal, you think Boykin is a viable captain option in a GPP to be able to fit all the studs? Yeah, if you want to play like both the quarterbacks, you're going to have to get something like Boykin. He's the best like cheap captain, I think. Like anything below, let's call it like $4,000. Really anything below like $5,000. Like Sami Watkins' 5K price point is like another one that would start to come into play for a captain. Anybody that can score 2 touchdowns is going to be captain viable. So I think Sami Watkins has that, or, go over 100 yards, that type of thing, get a bonus. So I think those guys have that ability. We haven't really seen it out of Boykin, but he is running a ton of routes. The issue is he's going to have a somewhat tough matchup for just his experience level, second-year player. But he's been playing a lot of routes, or getting a lot of routes. He's been seeing work right now in terms of targets. I don't have any captain ownership. I took him out of my captain exposure. I took a couple players out. In my 150 max, I was getting like 8 captains, and I don't want that. So I want to get it really filtered down. I don't want to be too spread out. I have 6 captains right now. Even that's usually a lot. Well, let me actually see. No, now I have 5 captains, so that feels pretty good because one of them not having a ton of ownership. Boykin's not one of them. it makes sense. Like if you want to play both quarterbacks tonight and maybe like a Clyde Edwards-Helaire or a Tyreek, yeah, you're going to have to play somebody like Boykin. I wouldn't go any lower than that. Like Gus Edwards, those types of guys in your captain spot, it's going to be really tough. They will need a multi-touchdown game and then some. Like if Gus Edwards scores 12 points tonight, maybe he like wins the slate for you, right? In the captain spot, but that does not seem likely when there's so many points projected right now, so many viable plays from both of these teams. Love your content, Sal. Who are you putting in the captain spot? So yeah, normally I like to play the high, so mobile quarterbacks and pass catchers that have just a high ceiling on them, right? And that could be tight ends as well if they're heavily involved, like the ones in this offense are tonight. And then also versatile running backs, meaning guys that are going to see a lot of pass catching abilities. Clyde Edwards-Helaire would fit that bill tonight. So not going to be playing any of the Baltimore running backs, mainly pass catchers from the Chiefs, the main ones. Lamar I'm going to be putting in there. No Mahomes right now in the captain spot. I just want to pick between one of those two quarterbacks. Lamar obviously has the higher ceiling. Just mobility is going to be way higher for a 100-yard game. Bonus there, that type of stuff. Mahomes, if he's going to have a huge game, there's a really good chance somebody on his team is going to also have a great game, right? Tyreek Hill pops off and he's cheaper than Mahomes. All these guys on his team. Whereas Lamar can have a fantastic game and his team, for the most part, like doesn't have to pop off. Lamar can go for 120 on the ground and 1 to 2 scores. And that's where his benefit comes in, that he's not as much tied to his other players for the purpose of like his price point can be paid off without another player on his team paying it off instead. What's going on, Joey? Says, Sal, did you give your take on Dobbins yet? He's going under-owned. Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to be under-owned too. I got 0%. So big old fat 0 I got for Dobbins right now. Look, he's overpriced. Like, Dobbins' role in this team is pretty much similar to Gus Edwards, right? Gus Edwards out-snapped him, outplayed him last week. Out-touched him, all that type of stuff. Yeah, week 1, Dobbins in a blowout, got more work. I mean, that's maybe not to be expected, but you saw it switch back the other way. I don't think he's going under-owned. I think he's probably $1,500 to $2,000 overpriced based on what I have him at right now. I have Gus Edwards as a better play tonight when you factor in price point. Like right now, Gus Edwards, like this doesn't make any sense. Gus Edwards is $4,000 less than Dobbins. Gus Edwards played more than Dobbins last week. He's been used on the season right now pretty much equal amounts. I think Dobbins is a better pass catcher. I think he's a better player, but that's just not what's happening right now on this team. Kelsey or Hill tonight? I prefer Hill's upside. I'm getting a lot more Hill. With 4 of the 5 lineups, what should I do? I would play just one captain. You don't want to play like 3 captains because like if you only have 4 to 5 lineups and you're playing the big Millie Maker tonight, I mean like you are at such a disadvantage to so many people who are going to play a lot of lineups, like 150. So your best bet is to try and leverage as much as you can. And one way to leverage is to leave money on the table, right? Get a unique lineup. Try and get as many uniques as you can. But also you can leverage by playing the same captain in all of them. Yeah, it's a do or die strategy, right? But you're playing in a contest with, I don't know, 400,000 people, whatever it might be, and you only got 4 or 5 lineups. You're already like starting out in just a negative expected value situation. So yeah, I would go with the same captain in all of them. Must have for both quarterbacks in cash today, somebody asks. Yeah, if you're playing cash right now on these showdown slates, you just got to pat yourself on the back, wish yourself good luck, do something, because that's just rough out there. I think that if you want to play cash, if you want to try and theorize how to like win cash games for a showdown slate, yeah, go for captains, right? Or go for quarterbacks in there. They're going to be the highest projected players. You probably want to get a kicker in there. Probably not both, even in cash. That's going to cap your upside a little bit. But it's so variant. Like the whole point of playing cash is to not be variant. It's supposed to be like your safer part of your portfolio, if you will, right? The bond side of it, if you're talking about like just stocks and investing in bonds, it's supposed to be the safer part. And you're going to be playing it on the most versatile and volatile, I should say, spot. It's just rough. Both quarterbacks in a cash game make sense. They're taking up 50% of your salary in this, though. I would still try and squeeze it in there, but I just would play a tournament instead. Austin says, Sal, hope you're good, bro. What's going on? How you doing? What's your strategy at captain if only playing 3 to 4 single entry GPPs? Yeah, I'd play the exact same captain in all of them. I think Tyreek has some of the highest upside. He has a brutal matchup, but he's going to line up all over the field, so it's not like he's ever going to be shadowed by Humphrey. Humphrey might be in the slot a lot. I'm not really worried about Tyreek versus Jimmy Smith. I'm not even worried about Tyreek versus Marcus Peters that much. It would be Humphrey, and Humphrey doesn't shadow around Tyreek-type players. Nobody has really ever tried to shadow Tyreek. Chris Harris has tried to a couple times. Casey Hayward a couple times. Didn't work. So he's just all over the field. It doesn't really work all that much. But I would go for just high upside type plays. Pass catchers with high upside. Running backs that are versatile. Lamar. There's not one great captain. That's why right now I have ownership to 6 of them. Do you like Hardman, wide receiver for the Chiefs? Yeah, I have ownership there. It's not going to be great. He is somebody who can get absolutely shut down by any of these cornerbacks. Smith, if he is going to be fully healthy. Humphrey, I think, is going to be in the slot more, so that's worrisome for Sami Watkins, who did practice full on Saturday. Yeah, so I have Hardman right now, or Robinson right now, in about 18%. Hardman I only have in 1% of my lineups, which ends up being 2 lineups overall, 2 out of 150, so 1%. So I'm not getting a lot right now. Watkins is fool's gold, same way last year. Starts very quickly and then gets hurt and duds. Yeah, I don't know. He looks decent. Right now, I think he has a tough matchup. But he has touchdown upside, which will keep him in play for me. Like, I have 20%. With Lamar at $13,000 in the highest ownership, if you only play a few GPP lineups, do you have to fade him, right? No, you don't have to fade him. Like, he is right now my highest projected player. He's not my highest owned player. I have more Mahomes, actually. But, yeah, if you're playing one line, you don't have to fade him. I probably would, though. And then if you're going to be fading him, you're probably leveraging that there's going to be, not every single time, but a good amount of the time, if you're fading Lamar in this game, then that entire team is probably having problems or their running game's getting going. So you either want to put like a Chiefs onslaught, so like 5 Chiefs players to just one player on Baltimore, which would probably be a running back in that case, or just like an Andrews or Hollywood Brown. They get there with like a 100-yard game, but nothing for Lamar, or the running game, which more times than not will be the running game than this game turning into a blowout. Who do you got for the top fantasy score? Lamar. It's gonna like the quarterbacks are always gonna be the highest projected on this. The trick is like working either whether you use an optimizer or not, working it so that you don't just get them as like if somebody uses an optimizer tonight, they're gonna get a lot of Lamar Jackson, a lot of Mahomes because they're the highest projected players, right? It's gonna try and squeeze them in there as much as they can. But that's just a median outcome. So you're going to have like an edge by, it doesn't mean you have to fade them in there. Like I have no Mahomes. So that's the spot that I'm going to be fading. I'm sure he'll be 20+% on the captain spot. So there's below the field on that. Because the optimizer is not going to know, oh, if Mahomes is in your captain spot, you're going to get less of Tyreek Hill, even though his ceiling is much higher, in my opinion, than Mahomes. It's a 30, 40-point performance. When Mahomes' ceiling, more times than not, he doesn't have as much mobility. It's around there, but it's not as frequently going to hit that as Tyreek's can. How did you do this week? Fine, actually. Was in the highest we got was 5th in the 30K to 1st, and we were in the top 1,000 at one point for the Millie Maker on the final drive of the game. If that Gallup touchdown gets hauled in, we win. We shipped the 30K. I think it was 20K to first contest, and we finished within, honestly, maybe even the top 50 of the Millie Maker. We were bouncing around every single catch. But yeah, we went with the lower-owned Cowboy stack. We didn't play Amari. We went with Gallup in it. Brought it back with not the lower-owned piece in Tyler Lockett, but it did not matter. If you didn't have Lockett, you were done. But yeah, we did good. Yesterday was profit 700, but it was like swinging by so much left and right. It's brutal. Sal had his Robert Tonyan jersey on last night. I might have to get one. Like they don't use a tight end since Jermichael Finley a decade ago. But it's been like 3 weeks straight now, this guy being somewhat involved. We'll see what happens when Adams comes back if he'll stay involved. But he looked pretty good. Which optimizer do you use, Sal? Yes, I use Fantasy Cruncher. I think it's good. I don't really know if I should recommend it or not because I get it for free with Awesemo. I do shows for them. So I've never really used another optimizer. I used to use Fantasy Labs like years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. I know they've made updates. I haven't used another optimizer, so I really can't compare it to anything. I just use it because I get it for free, and I haven't had issues with it. I like that all the rules that I can put in there, all the groups. Haven't really seen much issues that I can identify. Like there's always some stuff that can be improved, but yeah, I use it. I get it for free. Like people ask me what the pricing on it is. I literally have no idea. Yo, just joined. I'm assuming that your Y on Patreon are also your Y for your captain options. No. Nope. Some of them are captain options. Some of them are not. It just means overall my ownership is probably going to be relatively high on them, which is where it's at right now. But like I don't have any Boykin. I don't have any Mahomes in the captain spot, but they're really good flex options, at least for me right now. What do we got here? Sal, quick question. Jackson, Hill, Andrews, Boykins, Brown. What do you think? All right, so this man just set off his entire FanDuel lineup. So like at least one person, at least like 3 minions out there are going to go and take that right now. And that guy's just going to be absolute dust in his contest. So I don't even know what you said. What'd you say? I saw that FanDuel only has MVP spot now, which is good. But this man says Jackson, Hill, Andrews, Boykins, Brown. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. They all sound pretty good. It sounds like that probably spending all the money or pretty close to it. That sounds like a duplicated lineup, but yeah, you can split. If you can split whatever first place is, they probably don't got a Millie Maker tonight. Whatever first place is on FanDuel tonight, if you're going to split it like 1,000 ways, a couple dollars better than $0, I guess. I don't know. Kelsey or Hill in the flex? Yeah, I like Hill more tonight. I don't have anything against Kelsey. I think Kelsey has the more consistent performances in this matchup. Like, who's going to get to 15 points more times than not for fantasy? I think it's Kelsey. Who is going to win you a tournament by scoring 30 to 40 points tonight more times than not? It's pretty easily Hill for me there. And Hill is still involved in special teams, which helps a little bit. Profited $1,200 in League of Legends this morning, so got a nice start to the bankroll for tonight. Hey, we got people still in the League of Legends streets. Pandemic didn't stop them. Favorite Monkey Knife Fight prop tonight? Yeah, so the Monkey Knife Fight props are pretty like tight. I think they're like most of them, like the receivers and all that, receiving yards, receptions, there's not much edge there in my opinion. Like I want at least honestly like a 20% edge, but at least a 10% edge, like me to be over under it. It's coming from the quarterbacks. There's a prop for Mahomes right now and Lamar for over under their receiving yards. I like the under on both. I don't feel that great about Lamar's. Mahomes, I feel pretty decent about the under. It's like I'm like 15% under it. Lamar's like at a borderline where I wouldn't bet it if it was just a solo prop. But pair with Mahomes, yeah, you have to bet both on Monkey Knife Fight for that, the 3x play out. So probably them. Any love for the Ravens defense? I'm getting more Chiefs defense right now. Right now I only have like 5% Ravens defense. So I'm getting more Chiefs defense. How long have we been on? How many people in this thing? What we got? Damn, we got 740 people in here? Fuck y'all doing tonight? Damn. Kickers are low tier receivers. Yeah, I'm going to go low tier receivers there. Like if you're talking about Boykin, Robinson, I think like right now, so I prefer those low tier receivers, but the kickers are actually in a really fine spot. It's because you have two of the best kickers on the slate and probably the best kicker in Tucker. And that just means that they're going to go for field goals more often. They do go for field goals more often than fourth downs, which is going to change for everybody in this league. Probably this year you're seeing a lot more. Is 120 randomness okay, or should I jump to 150? Yeah, so randomness can be dangerous on these showdown slates because a lot of people want to put it, and it's okay too because it's easier to do, right? But putting 120 randomness on every single player, in my opinion, is not a good idea. Putting 150 randomness on every single player is not a good idea. You need to put it at least by position. Now, ideally, you'll put randomness, which if for people who don't know, randomness is just, for like a lack of a better definition, like range of outcomes, right? So if you're going to put 150 randomness on, it's going to take in a wider range of outcomes of scores so you can get different lineups. It'll say, okay, you only have this guy projected for 7 fantasy points. If I'm going to bump up the randomness a bunch, the range of outcomes, I'm going to build lineups with if he was to score 10, if he was, and then the higher you put it up, if he was to score a ceiling of 15. The issue is, if you put a standard randomness for everybody, well, now you're in a situation where like the worst plays in the slate, some of the backup running backs, you're taking into account like their ceiling performances, and they're going to get into a lot more lineups. You don't want that. So I personally go through for each individual player, and I'll set a randomness. So like Tyreek Hill, his ceiling, he can get to it. It's not every single game, but Tyreek Hill is going to hit a mega ceiling way more times than Darrell Henderson or Darrell Williams, like Darrell Williams, way more times than Gus Edwards, right? Those types of players. But if you're going to like put it high enough so that all of their ceilings are being taken into account, you're going to get way too much of them. So I'd be putting higher randomness on guys who have a higher ceiling. So like backup running backs, I don't want to be putting a lot of randomness on there. Yeah, I want to put a good amount to take into account if they score a touchdown tonight, right? 50 randomness, 60, 70, whatever it might be, whatever you feel comfortable with, but not all the way. Are you taking into account the wind at all tonight? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a troll because, yeah. Last year there's an ongoing thing with, yeah, like weather doesn't matter for these games. Unless the Vegas odds change, it just doesn't matter. And I think if anything, the Vegas odds have gone up for this game. Only getting 5% Brown tonight, somebody says. Yeah, I think I have more than that. So far, it's telling me I'm playing 24 players tonight, but that's also taking into account captains. So somebody asked about this. So I'm playing 19 overall players tonight with captains in there as like counting as a different position. It's 24. What is your lowest captain you would recommend? Lowest in terms of price point? I think Marquise Brown for me tonight. Yeah, like that's what I'm playing. You can go all the way down to Miles Boykin if you want. Miles Boykin does have 5 catch, 80-something yard touchdown upside, right? That could be enough at the price point that he's at of 3,400. It actually probably might be. So I do think Miles Boykin's a fine captain play. I'm just not going there. Like I ended up getting like 4% Miles Boykin captain lineups. I'd rather just get more Lamar, more Tyreek, more whoever it might be. Snead or a kicker? I'm going to go with a kicker there. Do you like the tight end Mark Andrews tonight over Kelsey? Best price per dollar. I like Kelsey more. Let me actually double check that. Right now I got Kelsey projected for... No, that's a straight up bold-faced lie. Yeah, I'll go with Mark. I got Kelsey projected for more, but if you're talking about value, it's very similar. Like Mark Andrews is like as a value, just to give you a number of the higher the better, 1.68 value for Mark Andrews, 1.58 for Kelsey. So it's so close. I got Kelsey projected for more, value a little bit better on Andrews. I'm getting, I guess, just for my exposures to sum it all up, I'm getting 31% Kelsey, 28% Andrews in the flex, and then that's not counting the captain ownership, where I think I also have more Kelsey. Do you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the captain spot right now? Asking Jonathan. Yeah, I do. Both QBs tonight with Clyde as my MVP, low wide receivers. All right, best of luck. If you win $1 million, give me $1. Nick Boyle at the captain. Oh, man. He might score a 1-yard touchdown tonight. I don't know. Nick Boyle at the captain spot, though. He's going to have to score like 4 1-yard touchdowns, Joe. If you play Nick Boyle at the captain spot tonight, he's going to be like 1% owned, but he's running a ton of routes, right? He ran a ton of routes last year. Now there's no Hayden Hurst, so him and Andrews are running more, but he's consistently running more. The issue is his routes are literally like 3 yards down the field. His like average depth to target's like 4.7 yards, which is just brutal. It's like Drew Brees is his quarterback right now. So what that tells you is like he's not running actual routes downfield. He's kind of just blocking and going off the line, or it's play action, like barely going off the line. He's being used in the red zone, which naturally will just drop your yards per target, right? If you're getting targeted from the 3-yard line, you can't get much more than 3 yards. So, yeah, Nick Boyle I think is a good play tonight, but not in the captain spot. Like If the man scores a 1-yard touchdown, scores 7 points tonight, that's fantastic. You're jumping up and down. You're telling your wife that you're about to win $1 million when you're probably going to lose like $1,000, whatever it's going to be. But yeah, no, Nick Boyle not in the captain spot for me. Probably might be. Somebody said, yeah. How many running backs is Baltimore using? Is Ingram viable? Yeah, they're using 3 running backs. They're going to use 3, I think. At least, like, if you tell me how many running backs are going to get snaps tonight, maybe not touches, but I also think they'll get 3 running backs with touches. I have a rule set, which is important. Like, I have a bunch of rules right now, and one of the rules that's going to be really important for tonight is if you want to allow your lineups to get, if you're playing a lot of lineups, or even if you're hand building, it's a rule just to tell yourself in your brain, your big old brain, do you want to get 2 running backs from the same team or not? Like, I have a rule to get no more than 3 running backs from the same game. So, like this game tonight, I don't want more than 3 running backs. But I might set a rule to not get more than 2 running backs from the same game. Or actually, 2 running backs from the same team. Yeah, I'm going to set a rule to get 2 running backs from the same game and then recrunch this. So what that pretty much says is, like, I can't have a lineup that's got, let's just say, Gus Edwards, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Mark Ingram. Yeah, sure, that lineup can pay off, but it's not going to pay off enough for me to want to have, like, whatever, 5 lineups I get of it. So right now I have a limit rule, limit running backs from the same game to 3. I think I'm going to change that to 2. And I am considering limiting the running backs from the same team to 1. I don't have that right now. Like, do I want to get Gus Edwards and Ingram in the same lineup? Probably not, but it's allowing that right now. I think I'm going to limit it, though, because, like, I definitely don't want Darrell Williams and Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the same lineup. It can happen, but I'm probably not. So I'm going to change that right now and see what happens if I run it to getting at most. So, yeah, let's do a limit rule. So it pretty much just says running backs from the same game, give me at most 2 players. And then we're going to run that. So let me take out this one that has 3, and then we're going to rerun these crunches. And what that would do is that's going to probably knock out some of these backup running backs from my lineups. Do you like running Lamar naked? Yeah, so for people who don't know, this ain't no weirdo question, although it could be. And if that's the case, you're going to have to get banned for life. But it just pretty much means not stacking him with anybody, right? Just playing him none of his pass catchers. Yeah, you can do that. He has the mobile upside. You can do that. Lamar can throw for 150 yards tonight, no touchdowns, but run in 2 and have 100 yards, right? And then he can be viable. Boykin, Snead, or Watkins in the flex. I'll go with Boykin there. I have the most of him. Boykin or Tucker right now. I'm going to go with Boykin. Andrew Smith donated $2. He says, Sal, Kamara burning me because he's so damn hot. Yeah, I mean, that man Kamara's touchdown yesterday, it was good, right? I mean, the first tackle he broke was great. The hurdle and then breaking a tackle was great. But that man was walking at one point for like 15 yards. That's just bad tackling more so than a great play. Who's your number 1 top value play tonight? Uh-oh. Yeah, so on Patreon down below, I have rankings, projections, top values, all that type of stuff if you want to check it out for like all the slates. Not just projections, rankings, closing thoughts podcasts, all the models, 20-plus pages of game-by-game notes. Check it all out. Thoughts on Watkins, but yeah, for the value play tonight, Nick Boyle is the top value, but don't take that as like he's a good play. He's literally $800. I don't think he's a bad play, but he's $800. So when you're comparing an $800 Nick Boyle to like a $13,000 Lamar Jackson, yeah, Boyle's like 3 points I haven't projected for, make him a top value. Nick Boyle flex bad? Oh man, so many Nick Boyle questions. I mean, he might catch a 1-yard touchdown tonight. Gus Edwards a good play tonight? Yeah, I got some Gus Edwards. Let's see what happens. So I changed some stuff. Let me see this. I changed some stuff, and I want to see what I ended up getting now. So I limited it so I can only get 2 running backs from this game now instead of 3 in a lineup. And yeah, what happened makes sense. So we got a little bit less Gus Edwards. That makes sense. We got a little bit less Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which I don't know if I like that. I had like 50%. Now I have 40%. Still getting a lot of Clyde in the captain spot, so that's okay. I might limit it to 1 from the same team. Mark Ingram, not a lot. Darrell Williams. I'm going to limit this to 1 from the same team because I'm getting like 15% Darrell Williams or Darrell, and I don't want that. So I'm going to set a limit rule. This kind of stinks because this team runs so much. So like you can get 2 running backs being viable tonight. So you don't have to do this. I'm just going to do it. I want to see what happens here. So same team running backs. I'm just going to limit it to 1. What do we got here? Issue with 3 wide receivers from the same team? Yeah, probably. Like I assume who you playing? You have to play Mahomes then. I don't think you're going to play 3 from Baltimore. But yeah, if you're playing 3 of Tyreek, DeMarcus Robinson, and Sammy Watkins, or insert Kelsey if you want to put a tight end, whatever it might be, you almost have to play Mahomes then because it's going to be tough. So then you're going with kind of an onslaught. Like you can play those 4 and then running back with a running back, whatever it might be. You want it to correlate somehow. Taste the Painbow donates $20 super chat. Damn, this man got so many dollar rooskies. He said, what is it? It's a Monday night at 6. It's happy hour. This man in the bar right now and said, let's go. Let's throw that money. $20 rooskies. He says, Sal, took second in the mini-max. That's why. Yo, look at this man. This man takes second in the supermax. Comes into the chat. Says, yeah, I got 20 to blow. Would have been first if not for Metcalf's TD at the end. Yo, I'm with you. Yeah, Metcalf's TD at the end jumped me from, it was like a $2,300 profit with upside for more if Cowboys get the ball back and just do anything with Gallup, to, it dropped, like at that point we were like 4th, I think, and then went to 11th in the 20K to first. And we made a little bit of a way back because Dak got some more yards on that final drive. Nothing to CD, nothing. CD wasn't even on the field. Nothing to Gallup. But nice. Yeah, you would have won that whole damn thing. Crazy. I'm a Patreon and use your projections. Throwing you some love and good press. Damn, look at this. We're going to have to get this one up on the bulletin board. Best of luck in the future business ventures. Thanks, I appreciate it. I don't even know what the mini-max. So I think that's like, 10, 20K to first seat. So this man ripped off a fat check yesterday. He said, honey, we're going to Vegas. Where are you going? Vacation? Nice. Thanks, I appreciate it. Who's the biggest fade tonight? Yeah, I don't know. Mahomes in the captain spot maybe for me. I don't know how highly owned in the captain spot Mahomes is going to be. If it's anything, so let me look at this. Let me pull up some ownership stuff. If it's going to be anything compared to, all right, let's see. If it's going to be anything compared to what you normally see on these types of slates where the quarterbacks are pretty easily the highest projected players, he's going to be over-owned in my opinion just because of Lamar should be higher owned than him. But let's pull up some stuff here. Let's see what we got. All right. What do we got? If you had to fade anybody, who would you fade? So probably Mahomes captain for me. Brown or CEH in the captain spot? I'm going to get more Brown tonight. Kelsey or CEH in the flex? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably Clyde for me. QB1 flash drafts are live right now. Yeah, I really don't. I've had people ask me about these flash draft things. I don't know. If they have like a really small price pool to first, I probably don't know. Gus Bus or Nick Boyle? Oh, man. I think I'm getting more Nick Boyle right now, but I do have a decent amount of both. But I did just rerun it with only getting one running back from the same team. So we got to see what that does. But let's pull up some of these showdown stuff here. Let's pull up some projections. All right, so let's see what happens now. Now that I got this set to just one running back from the same team, it's fine. If Mark Ingram has a big game and Gus Edwards, oh well. This is a team to do it against too, which is like the reason why I might just save the previous crunch because Kansas City has been brutal against the run like for years now. DeMarcus Robinson, a solid play. Yeah, he's fine. I ended up getting Robinson in like 20%. All right, yeah, so we got a lot less running back. This is good, though. Like, I got more Clyde. I got similar amounts of Gus and less Williams. That's what I wanted. So what this is telling me is I went from like 12% Darrell Williams to 5. So I probably had like, I don't know, 10 lineups with both Darrell Williams and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So that doesn't seem great. So we canceled those out. So I think it's worth it. So Sal, sorry if you already brought this up, but who's your favorite captain in favorite utility tonight? Yeah, the favorite captain tonight is going to be Aaron Rodgers. And then if you can possibly fit all Aaron Rodgers in your utility spots, throw him in there. All right, what do we got? Any thoughts about Sami Watkins tonight? Yeah, he looks like decent. I'm getting him in a good amount of lineups. I think his matchup is brutal. They can move Sami Watkins around the field. They usually do. He'll probably play majority in the slot, which Humphries has been kind of all of last year towards the end of the year. He's in the slot. This year he's kind of been a little bit all over the place. You want to hope that happens tonight if you're playing a good amount of Sami Watkins. Sal, you're not getting enough players to fill out the flex when you try to do lineups on Fantasy Crunch. No, you must just have the wrong slate pulled up or something. Kelsey or Hill? Hill. Lamar over 60.5 rushing yards? Not for me. I'm not going to touch that. Who's your most owned captain on DK? Aaron Rodgers. Snead or kicker? I'll go with a kicker. Heavy on Hardman if Watkins is out. Yeah, so Watkins practiced in full on Saturday. All the reports say that he's going to play. I don't know if I'd be heavy on Hardman right now. I have 0% though. Are you putting both quarterbacks in your lineup tonight or just one? Well, I'm playing 150 lineups as of right now, so I got a lot of both. Like, there's going to be lineups that got both of them in there. If I'm playing one lineup tonight, if you're playing a big lineup tonight, I probably wouldn't have both quarterbacks in the captain spot. You need some things to go wild, and a lot of people are going to try and do that. Somebody says Aaron Rodgers looks good tonight. Yeah, put him in the captain spot. Put him in all the spots. How many entries do you typically go with in the Millie Maker? 0 to 1. So I'm not going to go on the whole spiel that we usually go on, but the Millie Maker is a brutal contest. It's good for my content. More money up for grabs on Draftkings. More people searching stuff on Google, on YouTube. So that's the good part of it indirectly. But the Millie Maker is a lottery system, right? But if I'm playing single entry and 3-max, I'll put that lineup usually in there just because of straight FOMO. Like if I have the best lineup on the weekend and nothing hit and it don't put it in the Millie Maker, I will hate myself. But yeah, like if you're telling me the Millie Maker tonight, I'm not playing a single lineup in there. I'll be maxing out the other 150 maxes. I'll be maxing out the 20 max, things like that. Steven Vetri in the chat. Oh, shit. This man said, damn. Yo, Steven Vetri got a YouTube channel. Go over there, hit subscribe. Hey. He said, I'm up by 30 points. The other guy got Tyreek and Ingram. What you think? Okay. I'm up by 30 points. The other guy got Tyreek and Ingram. I think you're going to win. But if I want to win all the dollar Rooskies on DraftKings tonight, I hope you lose because I need Tyreek Hill, or I want Tyreek Hill to go off. Ingram, yeah, he's probably going to be bad. Ingram's a dusty old man in the world of football. How much exposure do you have to Miles Boykin tonight? Oh, Miles Boykin, highest home wide receiver, 47%. Yeah, we're probably going to go. I guess we haven't gotten to this yet. How long have we been live? What was we doing here? Live for 30 fucking minutes. Jesus. Yeah, we're probably going to live or die on Miles Boykin tonight. Look, he's running a ton of routes. He'll probably score like 2 points, and we're going to die on him. But, yeah, we're at 47% right now. CEH or Andrews for my utility and cash. Yeah, I go CEH. You're playing cash, though, so that's going to be an issue for you. Thoughts on Boykin at the captain spot? You can play him there. I don't have an issue with Boykin in the captain spot. He's a wide receiver who's running a lot of routes. I'm not going to put him in the captain spot, though. Chances Humphrey shadows Tyreek. I would say 0%. Like, so define shadow. Like, 80. Like, nobody guards anybody 100% of the time. It doesn't happen. Like, shadow matchups now are classified as like 70, 80% of the time you're guarding him. But if you think that he's going to guard him, he's not going to guard him 70, 80% of the time. Tyreek he'll just get the best of him. I think Tyreek has the advantage more than, I would say it's Tyreek, Devontae Adams, and like maybe Keenan Allen as guys who just, you really can't shadow them out of a game. Route running abilities, but Tyreek Hill also has just a complete upside of just breaking one off in so many different ways, including the special teams game. So I don't think anybody's ever going to shadow that man. Subscribe to Steven for fear of no longer getting projections, somebody said. I'm a live or die on Boykin also. Yeah, best of luck. All right. Man, with how Sal been on these showdowns, it seems like it's going to be Ingram tonight. What you mean? The last showdown say we literally cashed, what? $1,600? With how you been, though? What we got here? Let's see this. All right. Big trust. Woo-woo. Hey. DeMarcus Robinson and Justin Tucker, Sami Watkins and Gus Edwards. Yeah, I'm going to go Sami Watkins and Gus Edwards. I think you got more upside there. Captain Clyde with Marquise Brown or Captain Boykin? Hey, I'm a Captain Clyde there. More upside. Thanks, Al. Yeah, no problem. Good luck to you, too. What do you find more profitable, single entry contest or the lottery 150s? If you're good at 150 maxes and you're choosing the right contest, like if you can play in the 50 cent 150 max where pros can't play, or the $1 or the $3 where people who are professionals can't play, or at least professionals based on Draftkings of having $1 million in exchange between playing and receiving. I think 150s are going to be more profitable for people who are good at them and playing in proper contests. If you're asking me playing 150 in the Millie Maker or playing single entries, playing single entries is better. Playing 150 in a dollar contest and you're good at it when everybody else isn't, and not a lot of people are 150ing that, yeah, you're going to have a better chance at winning a lot of money in that. Any Duvernay for you? No, none for me, but I do like the talent. I like the kid as a rookie. I think the key is Ingram or Dobbins. Do you have a preference, or are you just going to go with your gut? I mean, if I go with my gut, I don't know what's going to happen. I got 1% Dobbins and I got 8% Ingram. I don't really like either of them, but I guess I'm going with Marky Ingram. All right, let me see. We're going live for like 35 minutes so far. So take a second time, hit the like button, hit the big old subscribe button that I can't edit in on this bad boy because we live as fuck right now. But hit those things, do those things. Yo, again, sponsored by SuperDraft. Let me quickly check in on SuperDraft before we take a commercial break of like 30 seconds from a sponsor. Not even a sponsor. We just got a sponsor, we'll call it. Yeah, so we got $3,000 to first and $1,000 to first right now in SuperDraft. They got a lot of spots left. It doesn't start for 2 hours though, but they got over 1,000 spots left. Exactly 1,000 actually right now. It's pretty crazy. Go to SuperDraft. Go play. Literally the best play in the state of SuperDraft is going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And it's going to take a lot for him to bust tonight. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Hollywood Brown, and Tyreek Hill are my best SuperDraft plays tonight. Promo code SAL, S-A-L. 50% deposit match up to $1,000 Rooskies. It is a multiplier format over there. I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire projected for the most over there. 30.97 points. Sal, how much money is too much to leave on the table? I have a maximum set as $49,300. None of my lineups can play more than $49,300. All right, so we're going to take a quick 30-second break from a word from our sponsors tonight. So I'll be back in about 30 seconds. One moment, please. Let me see this last question. So Rodgers, a.k.a. Tyreek Hill, is your favorite captain? He's not my highest own, but Aaron Rodgers. If he was on the slate, he probably would be. All right, 1 second.
Nick Boyle, 1 yard touchdown.
All right, so you heard it here first. Nick Boyle, 1 yard touchdown tonight. I'm going to update these projections to say 7.1 points now instead of 3.5. All righty, there you go. I'm watching this right now. It's going through. Everybody is loading up on Nick Boyle. So this man just asked, Boykin, Boyle, Andrews are always in the red zone, especially with the 10. Yes, it seems like you understand that Nick Boyle, 1 yard touchdown might be a thing tonight. Yo, thanks for the advice to stay out of the Millie Makers. I kept losing money in DFS, but listened to you and stuck to 3 max. Yo, yeah, you don't want to play the Millie Makers if you want to win money. That's just as true as it gets. If you want to have a good time, if you want to have the illusion of winning $1 million, it's pretty cool. If you want the reality, though, you don't want to do that. This man, David Moore, says, what is happening? Sal, what's your favorite show on Netflix? I don't think I have a favorite show on Netflix. I just kind of like watching what's going on. Probably Parks and Rec if you force me to say one. Somebody says, who the fuck is this guy? Yo, yeah, that was a word from our sponsor. That was Super Draft, yo. 50% deposit match up to $1,000. That was Super Draft. What just happened? 80% Nick Boyle, says Vinny Santiago. Yo, you're way too low on Nick Boyle if you're only playing him in 80% of your lineups. Can you explain what just happened to me? Yeah, so pretty much what just happened is somebody said that they had 80% Nick Boyle, and I told them to play 100% Nick Boyle. If y'all really going to play 100% Nick Boyle, we're going to have to get a jersey tonight. I want to tie with 1,000 people. All right, if you want to tie with 1,000 people, here's how you do it. Ready? You play one lineup in a contest. You spend all of your money. You play both quarterbacks, and you put Lamar in the captain spot. And then you fill that bad boy out with one of the kickers, and you're going to tie for $1,000. You're going to tie with the 1,000 people for $0. You're going to finish dead fucking last and tie with 1,000 people. If you want to tie for first with 1,000 people, you got to put somebody sneaky in the captain spot probably. Somebody said, did your friends show up? No, I'm not putting any identifying information out there. I don't know how many of the... Damn, we got 1,000 motherfuckers in this chat right now. 1,023 people are in here. Yeah, no, there's way too many people. Based on the statistics, there's like 2 serial killers watching this shit right now. So did the friends show up? Nah, man, we're going to limit that as much as we can. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. A, Steven says A. Watkins or Brown? I'll go with Brown. Boyle about to go the fuck off now. Yo, if Boyle goes off, that sponsor, Super Draft, that just came through, they might have to make their own little YouTube channel and touting service. Left my ass off. Super Draft, I'm dead, yeah. When I'm trying to jam in Aaron Rodgers and the captain and all the flex, I'm way over the cap. Yeah, man, he's playing real good right now, so he's going to be an expensive player. My man sat down and dropped the mic and then left. This show is popping off. Yo, if you don't got your mother, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your nephew in here right now, what are you doing? I don't know why the fuck you people are watching this, but this is a good time. Sal's the man today. He's on one. Yeah, it's about to all go down, though, when these 150 lineups, none of them cash. Very true, I'm on then. 1K, it's lit. Hey. Yeah. Somebody says give a like. Somebody says smash the like. Koozie Sean, what a name. Yikes. Peter Viles, they say smash the like. Yeah. Gently caress the like button and hit the subscribe button. You should always have a guest appearance. That was so funny. Yeah. That might have been my only friend, so we're going to be pretty tough on that one. Packers aren't playing tonight. What you talking about? The Packers don't have to play to put Aaron Rodgers in the captain spot. Does this guy not get it? Somebody says putting the lotion in the basket. Brown or Hill in the captain spot? I'll go with Hill. This man said, I must be on pills. All you people here lose your leagues already and go in full-time DFS. Man, you think people... Yeah, a lot of people will do that, though. Like, after week 8, the season-long content just drops in terms of, like, search for it. 1,200 people in this chat, at least 2 serial killers. Yeah, that's got to be a real statistic. I don't know. Drop a like. Too many freeloaders, somebody says. Yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Another moderator just handled this. Yikes. Sal, Packers, Kings of the North. So far, Ingram or Marquise Brown? I'm going to go with Marquise Brown there. Duvernay captain, Chase Henne, RG3, Nick Boyle. Chase Henne's in this game, yo? He's a backup? I don't even know. Ricky Seals-Jones? Oh. Yeah, that sounds like, I don't even know. Like, that's clearly a joke, but even as a joke, that's bad. Yikes. I think I saw Nick Boyle in that new Drake video. 100%. Play 100% Nick Boyle. Off topic, but what do you think of, what does it say? Fuck, this shit's going too quick. What do you think of Darius Shepard? Not fantasy-wise, just in general. I think that man's booty. Yesterday, I was actually talking about it. I think Darius Shepard is, last year he was way too raw of a prospect for Green Bay. I think he's still pretty bad. That's why you didn't see him at all. Sal sounds like The Sopranos. I think that's a show. I don't know how I sound like it. Fuck it, DFS is the biggest drug. These one-game slates are crazy. Man, we got an addict in the chat. Yeah, so if there's 1,000 people watching this right now, I would say like probably like 999 of you are addicted to this shit. Nah. QB or wide receiver at the captain spot. Yeah, I'm going to go wide receiver more times, but Lamar is like, in general, wide receiver. Lamar is kind of like the exception. Mobile quarterbacks with a lot of upside. What do we got? Bears are 3-0. Packers got some competition. Yeah, not at all. Joe Flacco or Lamar? I'm going to go with Lamar there, but that one's tough. Vikings, all right, booty. Sal, what happened to Will Gordon? I don't know. That man Will Gordon always be looking real good for like, what, one round and then he busts. Who's your sleeper pick tonight? Yeah, so let me look at some. I was trying to pull up some ownership earlier. Let's see. Let's see some of this stuff. I mean, I think I don't know how much of a sleeper he's going to be, but I do like Nick Boyle tonight as like a low own play. Like if he hits like 15, 20%, probably not, but I think he'll be like 10%. In terms of like guys who should be higher owned tonight, Miles Boykin should be a lot higher owned. This man, Scott Sharp, says, King of the Fantasy YouTubers. Appreciate you, King. Man, I'm going to have to get a crown. I have my double check belt on right now for Aaron Rodgers captain. Nice. Sal does analytics for a living. Thinks 2 out of 1,200 people are serial killers. Is that wrong? I don't know. Is it 3? Addicted to that big energy. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got everybody. That's all good. First step is admitting it. Addict in the chat. Lamar or Patty? I'm going to go with... So I have more Patrick Mahomes right now in the utility. I got more Lamar in the captain, if that helps. Somebody says addicted to this crazy content. Uh-oh. What do we got? Lamar and Hill, only 2 captain spots that will win $1 million. Yeah, they're 2 of my 6. They're 2 of my 5 right now. What's good, Sal? You give out great advice, so I got to imagine you've been eating this year. I mean, eating. Yeah, I eat like every day. What's your DK lineups been treating you? How's your DK lineup? Good. I mean, we talked earlier in the show. You could rewind it about how this weekend went. We had a legitimate sweat for all the Dollarooskies, and we're talking all of them. We only ended up with 700 of those Dollarooskies, which feels like a loss, but I guess it's not. Vinny from the Jersey Shore doppelganger. Mad props. Been watching your content for years. Best in the biz. Yeah, man. Vinny from the Jersey Shore, too funny. Also from Staten Island. Throwing Gus into the captain's chair and getting my boat with all the winnings. Yeah, that boat about to fucking sink, yo. Yeah, that boat is going to sink. So I got no Gus in the captain. I think he's a decent play. I got like 19% Gus right now. What we got here? How many people are watching this? Damn. There's way too many of you in here right now. Some people got to go. What do we got? 1,038. Sal, be honest. Who hit the bong during the commercial? There ain't no drugs here. It's just straight up energy. Are you ready for Mark Madness? Uh-oh. I kind of like that, but I don't know. Super Draft is still this. I signed up with Sal's promo and never got the bonus. What you talking about? It's a 50% deposit match up to 1,000 slow drip. You don't just get 50% right away. It's a slow drip. So if you play like $100 tonight, you will get part of that bonus as you play. It's a slow drip. Somebody says you know it's real when you have a DK expense line in your personal budget. Uh-oh. That shit's an expense immediately. That's good, though. That's good. That's better than not doing anything about that. Am I a noob for using FanDuel? I feel like you and the fellas use DK only. I mean, DK had a better marketing effort, and it was like over the top back in the day, like 5 years ago. Maybe even like 6 now at this point. So just more people know about them. They run a little bit better. They kind of took the initiative to try and be a public company way before FanDuel did. So, yeah, I just play in DraftKings because of that. And there's other parts of FanDuel I don't like. Late swap for NBA, so I don't play then on there for months. And then the NFL comes around, and I'm just kind of stuck in my ways on DraftKings. There's other small things as well. You never seen The Sopranos? I've tried to watch The Sopranos. It's just too long. Like, I've watched parts of the first season. It's just too long. He says, come on, man, how old are you? No identifying information. You might be one of the 1 or 2 perverts in the chat. Bro, I wish you had this much energy. This shit is great in your videos. Yeah, I mean, I do videos to a screen, not with a live audience. So it's just to get as much information out in 20 minutes in those videos. The live chats we do them 4 times a week. Thursdays at noon, Thursdays at night for the Thursday night slate, Monday night, and then Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. It's easier to have a lot of energy. Interactive. 100% Boyle, somebody says. There you go. Hollywood or Andrews? Hollywood for me. Sal, who do you think win this game straight up? I have the Chiefs in a teaser plus 9.5, so I don't really have a stance on that. First time catching you live since the NBA restart. Good to be back. Nice. What's up, Jamal? How you doing? Baltimore run game greater than the Baltimore pass game tonight. That would make sense to me, yeah. You missed on A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown didn't play, man. You missed. Do you use their sports book? DraftKings Sportsbook? Yeah, we'll say yes. Yo, Monkey Knife Fight is a place to get the bread. Been calling since it started with your promo Vetri at Monkey Knife Fight. Nice. Hey, yo, we got a guy in the chat propping me up right now, Jay. Yeah, go sign up at Monkey Knife Fight too. I think we got a Monkey Knife Fight shirt on right now. Uh-oh. Why is Boykin a good pick? He's cheap. He runs a lot of routes. He's 3,400. So, like, you're going to play a kicker who's similar or more expensive than him. Who, yeah, they might score 8 to 10 points tonight, right? Or Boykin, who I've projected for, like, 7 points at his price point, which is very good. Actually, I don't know. Do I have him projected for 7 or 5.5? Either way, he runs a lot of routes. He's involved. He's been playing very good out there and seeing usage. Yeah, 7.5 points. Nico donates $5 Rooskies. Oh, man. Puts a bunch of beers, buying beer for tonight. Love the stream, he says. Yeah, appreciate it. What's up, Nico? How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. It's snowing in California. Uh-oh, damn. That's crazy. Does this game go over 54 points? I don't know. I mean, I would say sure. I don't have a stance on it. Like, I don't have a stance on the over-under tonight. I think it's fine. I think it's proper. The line, I would lead in the Chiefs side of it, but I'm not betting the outright line. I have KC plus 9.5 in a teaser. Crosby was a beast last night. Yeah, I didn't play the Sunday Showdown slate. I know that Crosby kicked. I mean, they started to not kick any field goals, which was good, but I know he kicked, 2-3 early field goals? 3, I think, right? 150-yarder. Do you like any kickers tonight? Yeah, I have ownership towards both kickers. I like Justin Tucker more. I have Justin Tucker projected for like a point more, so that's why he's popping up more. I got a good amount of Justin Tucker, but yeah, I got ownership towards both. How long have we been live? 50 minutes? All right, we'll go live. How many people are in here? There's still almost, this shit's growing right now. All right, we'll go live for a little bit long, like 10 more minutes or so. Don't need Mahomes if you have Kelsey and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Facts. All right. You don't need Mahomes if you have Kelsey and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, I mean, that could work. Yeah. Is Watkins playing? He practiced in full on Saturday, and the injury report should be officially out an hour and a half before the game, so in like 30, 35 minutes. I'm going to say yes. What percentage do you have? What did he say? What percentage do you have both QBs at cap? I have 0% Mahomes in the captain lineup. I have 31% Lamar. This man says the game total is going to be 90. That'd be a fun game. I hope so. You should put all of it on the over, too. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has to go ham if the Chiefs have a chance. Don't think so, but I hope he does. This man says, fuck, in the drive-thru and drove up window and forgot to place my order. Listening to Sal. Classic. This man's saying that like that happens all the time. You just forget to place your order in the drive-thru. Don't they like say something to you? I was getting kava the other day and I had my headphones. I hate having headphones in when I'm in a place because you just look like an asshole. And I literally kept them both in. And I forgot that I was ordering food, and the woman was probably staring at me for like 30 seconds. Brutal. Sal, favorite Super Draft play? Clyde Edwards-Helaire tonight. Just doing weekly Monday DFS live. This is fun. Just start doing weekly Monday DFS live. Yeah, my Florida life. We've been doing it. Where you been? We've been doing this weekly Monday since what? The first week for these night games because they're huge. And this one's the biggest, right? You got right now. What do you got? $1 million Rooskies at first. Appreciate the 3,000 free dollar Rooskies on Superdraft, my guy. Yo, you won $3,000 for free? Damn. Love seeing your channel grow consistently, says AJ Gambino. Yeah, shout out Jason Giambi. Thanks. $5. Appreciate that, man. Congrats on the 3,000 free dollar Rooskies. Can you fade one quarterback or try and fit both? All right, if you're playing one lineup tonight, I would fade one of the quarterbacks if you're just playing one lineup, yeah. Somebody says, you're the man, Sal. Too kind. Wow. Over under 2 passing touchdowns for Lamar and Patty. Like 2 total combined or 2 each? What do we got? How many lineups do you play in the $1 million contest? Right now, 0. So we talked about it earlier. I don't play the Millie Maker. It's a bad contest. It is a sucker's game in my opinion. Under 200. Well, I'll take that back by saying I play like one motherfucking lineup because I play like my single entry lineup on the Sunday slate. Sometimes 2 or 3 for my 3 max ones. This man, Juice Freeman, said, you're right. There's too many people in here. Serial killer got to go. Somebody track that man's IP because we about to be heroes. Gus Edwards, decent play? Yeah, I think so. I think he's decent. Early congrats for 30,000 subscribers. How close to 30,000? I don't even know. I'd say like 2 months ago I deleted my YouTube app so I can stop looking at that and like caring about it. I do care about it still, but we are less than 1,000 away. We just crossed 29,000. So that's kind of cool. That pretty cool. Yeah, so hit the subscribe button. Also, I'm going to put my Twitter in here because I pin up. So, like, there's a lot of new people, right? There's 1,000 people watching this, 1,100, whatever it might be. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, all those things. What are you doing if you haven't already? Especially if you've watched the video before. Honestly, what are you doing? Slap yourself silly, then pat yourself on the back, pick yourself up, and do it. But yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe. But my Twitter pinned up in it has my YouTube content schedule and stuff that I put on Patreon, which you can also find below. I got projections, rankings, all that stuff right now on Patreon. If you use an optimizer, you need projections. Some of them come with stock projections, but they probably suck. But yeah, you can get them down below. And a lot of other stuff. Take any kickers in a shootout? Yeah, you can take the kickers. So this is a good question. Like kickers are going to be better plays in a low scoring game, right? If there's a 10-3 game, the kickers are going to, or let's just say a 13-6, 13-3 game, the kickers are going to have a better chance to be in those lineups because there's only 1 touchdown scored. So a lot of other players just can't go off to kind of outscore the kickers 6-7 points. Tonight, the kickers are projecting out decent. I do have more than I thought I would have of Justin Tucker. A contrarian lineup. Do you fade both tight ends? Yeah, I think you could fade both tight ends, but you're not fading. You could fade both of the starting tight ends, but you're not fading Nick Boyle if you've been in here right now. I use a VPN. Go ahead and track my ID. Creepy. Will Burkhead continue killing? Yeah, if James White stays out, I don't have a reason not to be interested. You ever play fantasy baseball? Yeah, like one time in high school, and I just picked up the starting pitcher each day and then forgot to do it and then didn't never play again. Almost 1,100 people in here, only 60 likes. Nah, there's more than 60 likes. You just got to refresh your screen. But, yeah, you can hit the like button. I guess that's cool. A couple people doing it. Which QB do you like more for one lineup? I got more Mahomes in the flex. I got more Lamar Jackson in the captain. Kelsey or Tyreek tonight? I'll go Tyreek. Kelsey will be the guy that if you're playing cash, I'd probably go Kelsey, right? He's going to have a better matchup, and he's more consistent, in my opinion, because of his red zone role. Yeah. I think the upside is Tyreek. Like, if you want to win a lot, Tyreek is going to do that more times than not. Now, your boy Ricky gave me okay. Yeah, okay. I remember this. Over on Twitter, right? Your boy Ricky gave me that 100% deposit match on 3K. He just gave you 100%. That's pretty clutch on Ricky's part. He shows you a high roller. His Twitter is funny too. Hey, if you think my Twitter is funny, that's great. Sometimes I post things on Twitter and people just take it too seriously. What's this? Just signed up for the Twitch app, the decentralized social network. Check it out here. Who the fuck is this tagging me in this on Twitter? Yeah, cool. What do we got here? You don't mess with FanDuel? No, I don't really play on FanDuel. I play Super Draft. Right now I play Super Draft, Jock Market, and the good old Draftkings. How long have we been live now? 55 minutes? All right, 5 more minutes. Let's do that. Damn, we have over 1,100 people. There's way too many people in here. What do we got? Let's see. Wind doesn't affect football games unless it's like gale force hurricane. Yeah, look, the weather will be a factor if, for me at least, if Vegas says it does. If the Vegas line moves a decent amount, like more than a half a point, more than a point, then you can start taking into account weather. And really, honestly, once it starts getting crazy, and usually that's only if there's like a blizzard, and it's going to be the whole entire game. Like when wind comes into play in football games, you're going to have wind gusts, right? So you might have a gust that lasts 7 seconds. If that 7-second gust is not coming in when a guy's throwing a deep bomb of over 30 yards, maybe just say over 20, 25 yards, it's not going to matter. When you're running the ball, the wind doesn't matter. When you're throwing it short, the wind doesn't matter. It's not going to affect a short spiral of like 5 to 15 to 20 yards. Yeah, if you're throwing up a 30, 40-yard, 50-yard pass, it'll affect it, but it comes in gusts. You're not playing 3 hours straight with the wind blowing in your face, right? So that is the like narrative part of why the Vegas lines don't move for wind, in my opinion. Fade both QBs, question mark. If you're playing one lineup, I'd want to have one. What do we got here? Damn. Anyone have a line on the Super Draft ownership projections? Yeah, I don't think really anybody projects them, to be honest with you. I don't think there's enough historical data on Super Draft. Gusts of 30 miles per hour will affect the passing game. Yeah, if they're sustained for the entire time, which they won't be, and if they're throwing 40-yard passes the entire game, which they won't be. Wind affects the kickers basically only. Yeah, that's a good point. Wind will affect the kickers, but also same exact thing. If a kicker's kicking a 30, 20-yard field goal, shit won't matter. And it's if the wind is blasting during that time. Not playing any running backs tonight in cash. Dangerous, question mark. Yeah, I probably want Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there. Clyde Edwards-Helaire might be... Let me see this. He's not my highest owned player, but he's going to be pretty close. Yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire I would probably want in cash. Are you starting any defenses tonight? Yeah, I got 13% Chiefs D, 8% Ravens. I don't even want that much Ravens, to be honest with you. I might just X them out. Sal, in fantasy question, I try and stack captain with wide receiver with their QB. However, when setting the position stack, it doesn't allow me to choose a particular position at captain. It just gives me captain. How do I change this specifically? What are you talking about? I'm in it right now. So advanced options, position stacks. You got to go to stack rule, not limit rule. And then you can just drop down captain from QB to all that stuff. Brown or Andrews tonight? I'll go Brown. Can you repeat what you said about Boyle? I missed it. Yeah, he's $800. I project him for 3.5 points. He'll probably catch a 1-yard touchdown. You should play him 100% of your lineups. Don't take that seriously. Unless you like losing money, then take that seriously. 75% humidity tonight. Beware. Yeah, too dangerous, right? Are you starting any defenses tonight? Yeah. People sleeping on Mark Ingram tonight? Probably. I definitely am. Highest owned player for tonight. Patrick Mahomes is my highest owned player, but I have 0% in the captain. No win tonight, somebody says. Perfect. Tyreek at least 6 receptions, question mark. I'm not betting any of his over-under props, so I have him below 6, but right next to it. Both QBs for the win. Maybe. If you play both QBs tonight, if you're playing one in the captain spot, probably Lamar if I had to guess. Yeah, if you're going to play both QBs tonight, you're going to need 1 to 2 cheap players to really go off. I'm going to assume 2, and not go off, but like you need Nick Boyle's 2 touchdowns, right? You need a good game from Boykin or Robinson. It's one of those things, right? You need Red Bull to sponsor your show or a barbecue sauce company. I mean, those are two of the most random things I've ever heard. Thoughts on Robinson or Boykin at captain? If you're going to pick one, I would go Boykin. I honestly think Robinson, I have a good amount of him because he's cheap. But he's like the one player tonight that he can get absolutely shut down. Like Robinson is completely somebody who will get taken away and taken out of a game. Can you leave $9,000 on the table? That sounds like a lot, but I mean, if you like your lineup, like if you have upside plays in that lineup, I'm not setting my stuff to leave that much, but let's see. Like I'll scroll through these lineups quickly. This one has 2,300 left. This one has 9. This one has 2,900 left. So it doesn't look like I'm leaving 9,000, but $1,800 left. Maybe one of them does. I doubt it. So I mean, you can if you like that lineup. 9,000 is a lot though. Like you can easily get up to another stud and still leave a couple $1,000s on the table. What we got here? Somebody says, throw us your favorite player prop. I don't have any props for this game. The monkey knife fight under both of the quarterbacks was the one monkey knife fight prop I would probably take. I watch your videos more than I do Josh's. Very nice, dude. I don't know who Josh is, but I appreciate it. Predictions for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire projected out really nicely right now. I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire projected for 16.3 points, which makes him my 4th highest projected play behind the quarterbacks and behind Tyreek Hill. What we got? Fucking 6:30 right now. We've been live for 1 hour just hit. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. 1,100 people in here. Yo, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all those things. Take 2 seconds of your time. There's a lot of people in here. A couple people said first time viewing. What's up? Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Best of luck tonight. $1 million at first if you're playing that bad boy. If you're playing that lottery, I don't think I'll have a lineup in there. The 20 maxes are really good. They're really good for these showdowns usually. There's a couple of really good 20 maxes. Some that open up towards the end. I'm going to laugh when Boyle has 20% ownership on the mini max. That's a funny joke that not a lot of people are going to get. I think that's a joke. At least I took it that way. Yeah, so I'm going to take, I think Boyle's going to come in like 10% owned. Hearing so much Boykin, don't sleep on Willie Snead. Yeah, Willie Snead can have just as good of a game as Boykin. The issue is he's more expensive for a similar to worse role. Is it just me as a Mark Cooper a bum? Yeah, that's just you on that one. Show us the no players. Show us the no players. I mean, it's just the rest of the players on the slate. There you go. Robinson or Boyle tonight? I think I got more Nick Boyle than Robinson. Let me see. Oh, man. Yeah, I got more Nick Boyle. Do you like Willie Snead? He hasn't dropped a pass this year. Yeah, that's fine. He can drop all. He probably won't drop all 0 of his receptions tonight. You like double QB? Worked last night and in the New England-Seattle game. Yeah, double QB. Probably not. Well, here's the thing. The WQB is way more expensive on this slate. It's half your salary. So it doesn't matter what it does on other slates because it's a totally different slate. So that doesn't matter. But 2, it's spending way more money now. So I'm going to have double QB lineups. I wouldn't do it if you're playing one lineup. All right, I'm going to peace out. Smash the like, says Engineer Price. What a name. Yeah, hit that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Check out Super Draft right now. Super Draft's lobbies. They might actually fill tonight because this is a pretty big contest. $3,000 to first. I don't know if they're going to fill, though. Like, let's do this quick math. 1,700 divided by 2,600. What we got here? 1,700 divided by 2,600 is 65% full with an hour and 45 minutes to go. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to fill. They have a secondary contest right now. It's not even 50% full. So, go over to Super Draft. I'll put the link down below. Well, it already is down below. Promo code SAL, S-A-L. Get all your stuff. The forkin jersey. I'm trying to read this how he's spelling it. The forkin jersey fade. How you doing? Kind of decent. Are you totally against Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the captain of football QBs? No. All right. Snead hater, hilarious. Who's a Snead hater? There's someone in here who's a Snead hater? That man's too good when he was on the Saints. J.K. Dobbins or Mark Ingram? Ingram. Does anybody know if Mark Watkins is out? We'll know in a couple minutes, but he should be good to go. He practiced in full on Saturday. All right, peace out. How many people watch this thing? Like 1,100? That's pretty crazy. All right, best of luck. Enjoy the game. Peace out. The content schedule for the rest of the week is posted on Twitter right now. If you're not already, you can go over there, hit the follow button. It's in the bio on the Twitter page at SalVetriDFS on Twitter. Content just dropped today for the first look. Live streams on Thursday, 2 of them, noon and 6 p.m. Live stream Sunday morning. And then content throughout the week, videos and all that type of stuff. Patreon stuff going up as well. All right, peace out. What, did you play both kickers? No, I have a rule against playing both kickers and both defenses. I can only have one kicker or one defense in my lineup. Peace out. Let me put this end screen on right now. Let that thing play for like 10 seconds. See you later. Take care. Brush your hair. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, do those things. See you.